Hope and Steffi definitely not gonna last long working together, y'all. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chester for the bold and beautiful January 17, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Look, I was waiting on them to get to the Lee and Poppy part. But yeah, I was waiting on them to get to that part because I wanted to find out if she was actually going to say, yeah, he is the father or something like that. She still didn't say nothing. They waited to the last minute or whatever. Look like on next week's episode, she going to be talking to Jack and Poppy, and he going to be saying, what are you talking about and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Did she know? Because people were speculating at first, that Finn was the father. And I was like, how old is Finn? But I was trying to figure, look, I forgot that Finn, when they first came on the show, I think they said that Lee had adopted him, but Jack had made it seem like both of them was adopted him, but it turned out to be Jack's son and Sheila's son. So I'm over here trying to piece together the timeline. I don't know. Do y'all think that Jack is actually the father, or is it somebody else? But yeah, okay, we're going to start with Hope and Steffi. I said, yep, they not going to last long. I said one or the other, either one. They not gonna last long because both of them gotta try to stick it to the other person or ask questions that they shouldn't be talking about. Y'all at work, y'all supposed to focus on work things. They already proven that they ain't gonna get along as it is. Steffi, well, I think Hope said something first. What did she say? I think she brings up, I think Steffi was like, where's Brooke? And then she was asking if she's okay or whatever. Then she's like, let's see or whatever. Basically, Ridge and Taylor together, and they kept going back and forth about the same doggone thing. I said they should have made it a rule. If you're going to be at work, you talk about work things, and that's it. That's all. If you don't, that's one strike. One strike, you out. No, 3 strikes, you out. Because how many times y'all going to go back and forth about the same thing? Both of y'all mamas being played, so what you talking about? Neither one of y'all got no room to talk. Both of y'all mamas being played. And he's sitting up there, because, we going to get to Ridge soon. Like I said, I think Hope was the one that said, let's see or whatever. Taylor and Ridge together and all that stuff. Basically saying that Brooke is hurt by that or whatever. Then Steffi ends up saying that basically because Carter and Hope decided to take the company, that the karma is I guess it's Brooke's karma or something like that Ridge and Taylor got back together. Then she started talking about that's the good thing about everything that happened, that they back together, her parents are back together. I said, you over here showing that you ain't changed, that you ain't, well, she did admit that she's still bothered by everything, but y'all still doing the same thing. I said, you at least supposed to play it off or something. They still talk about the same thing. They still arguing and stuff. But Hope, I think she had got up and she was saying, you act like my mama forced Ridge to choose her over and over again or something like that. And I said, true that. I said, I agree with that. I've been saying that. She was like, no, it's not that. She ain't saying that or whatever, but she's saying that, what she said? I don't think I wrote it down. She was basically saying that they ended up together now and all this stuff, and that's what she wanted. And she was just talking in a way to let you know ain't nothing changed. She there for a reason and one reason only. But at the same time, she been steady telling them that she's there for one reason and only. She been started telling them. It's just like, remember how Carter was saying, hire Hope back or something he said, or else, and he kept saying or else and stuff like that. I feel like Steffi doing the same thing, but nobody picking up on it. Ridge, Eric, Zende. Now why? I keep waiting on Zende to say something. He ended up, they was talking about the same thing. I think Zende ended up asking, is Ridge back with Taylor because he felt like she can be trusted or something like that. I forgot what he said because it's a load of baloney either way it go. But yeah, when he brought up Brooke and he was talking about the fact that she stood with them and all that stuff, I thought Zende was going to say if it's, what they call it, any consolation or something like that. Before Brooke went online and did that video, she actually said, no, it was after. It was after, wasn't it? Yeah, after she did the video, she had told me before she told you that she had a plan to give the company back to you, that's the reason why. He ain't said diddly freaking squat, but I don't think it matter right now. I feel like Ridge is doing stuff to hurt Brooke intentionally. And I feel like with him trying to do that, he's also hurting Taylor. I was like, come on now, y'all, for the fans that want Taylor and Ridge together, y'all, what y'all think? Let me know down below what y'all think, because I'm feeling like he doing that to hurt Brooke. This man don't sit up here, and I'm already skipping ahead, might as well gonna say it. He asked her, he was like, yeah, he want to get the beach house. I don't know where the beach house went. Why they talking like they can't move in now? It ain't the same place that RJ was staying, was it? Because I think Bill had that, right? But he was saying something about he still want to get the beach house, but until then, he wants her to move in right there with him at Eric's place or whatever. And she was like, she'll move. What she said, she'll move in the igloo. She'll move somewhere, wherever he at, that's where she want to be. And I was like, man, Taylor, come on now. And when they showed the scene where she had to take a call, I knew something was going to happen. I knew Brooke was going to try to call him or text him or something. And she called and he picked up. And I was thinking that Taylor was going to walk in and see it and hear the conversation. I mean, he didn't say nothing or whatever, but he stood there. He answered the call. That's the first thing. If you done with her, be done with her. Don't get her hope. But he did hang up on her. But what I told y'all the other day, I said he's supposed to be I know he's supposed to feel some type of way because it just happened, which is why he shouldn't be dating or in a relationship right now, obviously. But I know he's still upset about the fact that he is betrayed. Not no feel, because sometimes you can feel things that's not true. He was betrayed. He was betrayed by his best friend. He was betrayed by his ex stepdaughter. He was betrayed by Brooke or whatever. She over here talking about the doggone. She understand why. That's how he got in trouble. But yeah, so I understand that. So I was about to say, because the other day, y'all know I've been studying, like, he still don't seem happy with Taylor. Like, he'll kiss her, hug her, and talk about how she's trustworthy and all this other stuff. But every time they hug, they'll zoom in on his face and he be mean mugging and stuff. Now, he always be mean and yelling and stuff like that, but y'all know what I'm saying. But speaking of Brooke, let's go on and talk about her and Taylor. So, she just walked in these folks. You can walk in these folks' house over there, talking about the doggone door was open, but you wouldn't walk in there before they laid up in that doggone bed. You knocking on doors. When y'all ever knocked on some doggone doors? But yeah, she done went in there, walked in this. Well, it ain't her house, it's Steffi's house. But she done walked in there, whatever. Somebody said the door's open. So she ends up telling her about herself, about how she claimed when she came to town, she wasn't interested in Ridge or no man. Her life was full. I said she did say that, didn't she? Ain't that what she said? Her life was full. My life is so full. That's what she said for real. And telling her about herself. And then where Brooke lost me is she said Taylor stabbed her in the back. I was like, how she do that? I was like, I have to be friends for that. I said, you went to her. She did go to her and say, we can try to be friends and all that. But that's so she went to talk to their man. She didn't want her to talk to their man or whatever. That's what that was about. But I said, yeah, you lost me there because y'all weren't friends. She ain't stab you in the back. Now, she did see her open and she should have took her tail on out that doggone door and not been used as his rebound. Well, can it be called a rebound if he go between both of them all the time? I don't know. But yeah. She was confronting her, told her she stabbed her in the back, and Taylor was like, she was so unbothered. She was telling her, you don't have nobody to blame but yourself. You betrayed him. You took the CEO position, and she was trying to tell her, that's not why she took it. But Taylor wasn't trying to hear none of that, just like Rich ain't trying to hear none of that. But yeah, they going back and forth about this doggone man again. But after they got done going back, what Taylor had said before all that, she was like, if you here to do to me what you did to Ridge, and she didn't get to finish. I wanted her to finish. She gonna smack you back. I said, well, she did shove you, so shove her on your way out. But yeah, after they got done going back and forth, that's when Taylor was like, Ridge is waiting on me. I said, ooh. Then Brooke went to the office or whatever, and she ends up telling Hope that she went to see Taylor or whatever. This lady, I said, what he done did to these women? She talking about some doggone, have I lost you for good, Ridge? Have I lost you? She's staring at the doggone photo on her phone and everything, talking about some, what she said, has she really lost him for good this time? Yeah, that's what she said. Has she really lost him for good or whatever? I don't know if that was before she called him or after. I don't know. But then she ends up calling him, saying some doggone, it's not over. It's not the end for us. And he hung up in her face. And she over here freaking out to my son, Ridge, or whatever, shocked that he hung up on her. I was like, you ain't getting it. You did technically do this to yourself. But lastly, we got Lee and Poppy. So they was just talking about Tom not being Luna's father and how Poppy knew that he wasn't a father. And then she was like, kept on hitting around it. I was like, just say what you gonna say. She was talking about some, she suspected years ago that she basically did something with her husband. She was with her husband or whatever, and I don't know. I couldn't tell by Poppy's face if she actually did or not. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, she was like, admit it, Jack's the father and all that stuff. I should never let you stay with me or something like that. And I was like, you shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. Don't invite nobody to stay in your house. Especially when I wonder if she had already known. Because remember, she was mad at first about the doctor, I think, that she worked with. And something about she almost lost her job. So was that before or after? I don't know. I said this was she was upset about the whole time. But I don't know if they actually slept together or not. We'll see next week, I guess. But yeah, that's it. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day. Be safe.